153 Palestinian refugees have just landed in South Africa, even though 23 of them had been rerouted to other destinations. My name is Mondli Sogo. Welcome to CTRL News. Please do subscribe and interact with us in the comment section about different stories that we actually break down in details. On the 13th of November 2025, a plane landed in Johannesburg with 153 refugees from Palestine. Among them is a pregnant woman fleeing what is happening in Gaza. If you don't have an idea what is happening in Gaza, watch this. What you have just seen is not some Marvel movie or a movie from Netflix. It's a reality of people's homes that have been turned into what you have seen. And fleeing this, they decided to come to South Africa. And South Africa does allow a 90 days visa for people from Palestine. The people who were on board arrived and they didn't have the following. They don't have a duration of time when they will be staying. They didn't have an address. They didn't even have a departure stamp from their own home country. Obviously, judging from what we have just seen, it wouldn't have been possible to actually acquire a stamp in terms of leaving that country and coming here. But now they are coming into South Africa in a very hot and hostile environment when it comes to foreigners coming into the country. Well, in Palestine, in their very own country, years ago, a ship, just one ship, arrived in their country, which became the state of Israel that has just flattened their homes into what you have just seen. So South Africans are also concerned about the high number of foreigners coming into their country. The ones currently in the country are actually living every day under a very not so comfortable way of living. Constantly there would be threats thrown in there and there out, and of which the South African former president Thabo Mbeki was not so happy about it, and this is what he had to say.
South Africa is part of the continent. South Africa is part of the African diaspora. That's part of what hurts me when I see things like Operation Dudula. It hurts. We can't position ourselves as though we're enemies of other Africans. It's not right. There are problems we've got to solve in this country, and we can't say those problems are solved by people who have migrated to South Africa. We've caused problems.
And South Africa has organizations like Operation Dudula, and this is what they say about foreign nationals in South Africa.
Njengamanje indlela abadelela ngayo akusekungathizwa kulona lethu. So ke sizama ukulungisa leso simo ngomoya omuhle. Kodwa ke futhi singakusho nje kucaca ukuthi kuzofika lapho esingezokubancenga khona. Kuzofika lapho esingezokubancenga khona. Njengoba silokhu sicela unyaka uyophela manje senza lama march sicela. Kuzofika lapho esingezokubacela khona. Nohulumeni ufuna kwazi lokho ngeke enze lutho futhi. Siyakusho nje lokho asikufihli, sikusho nizwa nonke nina beindaba ukuthi kuzofika lapho esingezokubancenga khona. Sesikhathele kulokho sibacela bese benza lento abayenza abasijikijele ngamathina opende kanje. Into elandelayo bazokhipha isibhamu ngewindi badubula umuntu la. Uyabona. So ke siyathokoza.
I will go back to what President Thabo Mbeki said. He said South Africa has laws, and the laws must be followed at all times. So in terms of who they are and how they've came in here, well, they've came in and they've been documented. We are yet to see what actually happens moving forward, especially as the topic of foreigners in South Africa, it's a very sensitive topic. So it remains to be seen what happens thereafter. My name is Mondli Sogo. Please do subscribe and interact with us in the comment section.